what's up everybody? This is Sage Lewis from Search Engine Guide, and this is the story of the week. This week, the story of the week goes to Stoney, deGeyter. An end to ranking reports is an end to analysis. I don't know if you've heard, but Google is blocking web position gold reports. So if you run a web position gold report to see how you're doing in the rankings, you're probably going to see you're not doing very well because Google is blocking the reports. That's why. And so Stoney takes this issue up and looks at the pros and cons of this. A couple interesting points he makes. The long and short of it all is that no people see the same rankings, so while you're fighting for one of the top 3 positions, someone else is seeing you in position 1 or 8 or 6 or not at all. This makes ranking reports suspect at best. So in this point, Stoney is pointing out that you see one thing, I see another. So, you know, these reports are kind of a little tricky to begin with. But then he takes the devil advocate side and he says, after all, it is sales that matter, not rankings. But when you're investigating the reason why there was a drop in sales, one would be remiss not to look to see if there is a change in positions for certain keywords. Of course, you can only know if something has changed if you knew what it was beforehand. So in this side of the argument, he's saying, well, look, you know, if you've been running monthly positioning reports, you would probably know where you were and it's changed and now it's changed. And so consequently, you're seeing your traffic is slowing down. This reminds me of the gas lines in 1970, and I may be old, but I'm not that old. I don't really remember the gas lines. I mean, I was alive, but I was a little squirt. You couldn't get gas, and that's where we got the bright idea of ethanol, and so now, corn is super expensive because we're growing corn to stuff it in our gas tanks. And then sure enough, the gas prices came down. You could get gas, and we forgot all about it, and then we got SUVs, and now we're in it again. $4 a gallon gas, people are all up in arms. And it's very similar to what's happening here in web position gold. This isn't a brand new thing, this has happened before. Google has blocked these web position gold reports, but maybe we should look at it again. When Google stopped blocking them, you didn't hear about this debate anymore, but now Google is blocking them and it's coming up. And so maybe now we should take another view at this and look at it again. Look at alternative ways of determining our ranking and our success in search engine optimization. I might suggest that you spend more time in your analytics reports. Look at those analytics reports. Maybe you have Google Analytics or ClickTracks or Omniture and those types of things. Watch those, see how the traffic patterns flow. Google Webmaster Central also shows you what positions you're coming up for and what positions people are clicking on, so you can use that data. And there's just the good old go check it and see kind of thing. Stoney makes the point that his clients every once in a while will come to him and say sales are down and attribute it to a loss in positions, and I think that oftentimes is not always the case. Sometimes people think it's one thing, but it could be something else entirely. The cause and effect is very complicated and not always a one-to-one like we would like to think, but just the same. Do you think web position gold reports should be a part of your web marketing? Or is there maybe something better you should be doing, like looking at other statistics? All right, Stoney, thanks for wrapping this up, and keep up the good work. This is a good report, just like all of your other reports are. Okay, everybody, this is Sage Lewis from Search Engine Guide, and that is the story of the week.